Welcome to Adam Does Movies Live, Friday again. I feel like I just did this on a Friday. It never ends, that crazy thing we call life. Hopefully everybody's having a good night. I know I am. I just got done watching a Netflix movie that, believe it or not, was kind of good. It happened, folks. It finally happened in 2024. A good diamond in the rough after countless months of my sweat, blood, and tears watching these terrible streaming exclusives. One of them finally was okay, and I'm going to talk about it later on the live stream here. Couple of things to go over. First, I have a review going up tomorrow around, I don't know, 10 in the morning for Conclave. It's already reviewed. It's already just sitting there, nestled in the YouTube back end area, waiting to go live. So tomorrow that's going up. And then if everything goes well tonight, I will have 3 or 4 videos based on what we talk about here as a family. I'm going to be going over a couple new sequels coming out, reboots, not sequels, I apologize. 2 new reboots have been announced. It just never ends. And then I'm going to be going over my utter disdain for the Disney live action remake process and everything that involves that, and why I am not going to Mufasa. They cannot make me see that film. I'll be doing a review live for Carry On, the Netflix film. And if we hit the goal tonight, I put a little goal out there on YouTube. I don't know if it's actually something you can see on your end, but if I get 15 super chats throughout the night, I will share with you what I consider the greatest Christmas movies of all time. And if I do actually hit that, I'll have to scramble and come up with them really quickly because I did not prepare notes. But I know what I like. I know what I know. And I can see we have someone from Rumble already in the chat talking about some crazy conspiracy theory. Shout out to the Rumble family. They're always a sane group over there. I know there's some good ones, but why is it always the vocal ones that just say the nuttiest shit? It's wild. Yes, you can find Adam Does Movies on Rumble as well. God, this is where we're at. This is where we're at in life. All right, let's go to the first topic, which is going to be, and as I should say, feel free to leave super chats. I will read them in between these segments that I record live. So there are mistakes made. Some people say, Adam, why do you do this live? I don't want to watch you make mistakes and stumble and do, like retry phrases over to do it better. Here's a wackadoo idea. Don't watch. It's a live experience. There's going to be mistakes. People in the chat, some people appreciate the process. I'm not forcing you here, but it's fun for me to do it live once in a while. And I think it's fun for others to just participate and say, hey, Adam, you screwed up, like a sentence back. You should probably fix this. Or, wow, that's kind of interesting to see how much editing you actually have to do because you suck at speaking. These are the kind of things I bring to the table. But yes, there will be cleaned up, polished versions of these videos in the next few days. All right, let's hit record. Where's my record? Record over here. Already off to a good start. Oh, I still have my Superman trailer up. Yeah, if you didn't know, I watched the Superman trailer and reacted to it. That was I thought it looked good. It's pretty hard hitting news right there. Thought it looked good. All right, we're recording. We're recording. In a sea of sequels, remakes, reboots, rehashes, what? Hey, Connor. Remember, I'm live filming, so you gotta keep it down. Thank you. My son Connor is upstairs playing Minecraft. I'm sure that won't be a bother throughout the entire filming tonight. All right, let's try this again. Through a sea of Hollywood remakes, reboots, requels, sequels, sidequels, fuckquels, whatever, we are a little bit fed up, right? And it's hard to find the gems underneath the surface. But don't worry, Hollywood hears our pleas to come up with original content, and they have decried we have more reboots coming down the pipe. Last week, I talked about the comedy. Last week, I talked about a couple of the comedies coming out. We have Meet the Fockers 4, and we have Happy Gilmore 2, because some of these legacy sequels have been really great, like Dumb and Dumber 2 and Zoolander 2 and Anchorman 2. They're terrible. But Hollywood, in their infinite wisdom, has decided that we need to stay the course and keep churning out the same crap. So we have 2 more reboots announced just today for Anaconda and The Mummy. Not to be confused with the last film called The Mummy, which was a reboot of a Brendan Fraser film called The Mummy, which is a reboot of an older monster. It just keeps repeating. All right. Apparently, the older I get, the more shit I see reprocessed and refed to me. It's miserable. Now I know why my parents are so tired all the time. Let's talk about this briefly. So the Anaconda thing, we have a little bit more dirt than we do with the Mummy side of things. So let's start there. Jack Black, everybody's favorite Jack Black, who stars in all video game movies now, apparently, because he did that one Bowser thing really successfully. So let's just keep going with him. He and Paul Rudd have teamed up for an R-rated comedy version of Anaconda. They put out a YouTube video today, a little guerrilla style marketing, I suppose, where they're on their phones, but it's also, it's also like shot professionally, but then they go to their phones. So it's weird. And it wasn't very funny, but I do have hopes that this one will at least be decent. Now, I'm a sucker for the B movie type monster stuff. Anaconda, Lake Placid. I'm rooting for the crocodile. It's a good flick. It's schlocky. I even like the really shitty Python film that went straight to DVD, straight to VHS, probably. God, I'm old. With Casper Van Dien, the Starship Troopers guy. That's a shame. Yeah, no, I like those old cheesy monster type movies based on an animal that's kind of scary, and then they ratchet it up by like 1,000%. Thanks, Jaws. Jaws is still one of my favorite movies of all time, so of course. And Jurassic Park. I love all that larger than life animal stuff. So here we are again with Anaconda. I liked my J-Lo version, my Jenny from the block, my Jenny from the swamp, you could say. I liked Ice Cube in the mix. Jon Voight being, himself, just crazy and creepy. But here we have a comedy duo like no other. And yeah, okay, I'll give it a chance. I hope it's not called Anaconda. I'm a stickler when it comes to titles. Call it The Anaconda, call it Anaconda, New Breed, Anaconda. Who cares? Just something so it's not confusing to audiences or trying to replace what came before. And I also saw Anacondas, The Hunt for Blood Orchid at the Dollar Theater back in the days. What a miserable experience that was. I believe there was also 3 straight to home video Anaconda movies, or like straight to TV type of situations. So there's been a lot of snake movies. Snakes on a Plane as well. Not good, but it exists all the same. Yeah, I don't know what to think. Apparently this is coming out next Christmas. This is a Christmas release. I guess we'll wait and see. You know, there's no stopping the train. It's already left the station. So all we can do is either support it or bitch online like, you know, us grown ass men do. This is what we're paid the big dollars for. All right, on the Mummy side of things. Now, God. Lee Cronin is the director on this one, this blockbuster, maybe. I don't know if it's going to be a blockbuster. Lee Cronin recently did The Evil Dead Rise, which I freaking loved. I enjoyed the crap out of that movie, saw it a few times. I thought it really captured the spirit of the Sam Raimi films, plus added that like modern stank to it and some good old fashioned gore. It was good. It had some wit to it, it had some dark humor. I like that. The Mummy Brendan Fraser films, which are very beloved, the first two, we don't even address the third one. I own it and still haven't taken it out of the plastic binder. I haven't, what is that? So I own it and I still haven't taken off the cellophane wrapper that encloses the DVD, which encases the CD. What do they call those? The jewel case. Oh my God. This is a good pick for a director. I think he fits in this world, and I think he will bring something much darker, more sinister, yet still retain some of that humor that we like from The Mummy. The Tom Cruise one was a total miss. Making The Mummy hot is not the right call. I remember when they tried to make the T-1000 hot in the third Terminator film. Yeah, I know she wasn't the T-1000. She was like the T9 or something. Who cares? The point still stands. What do we know anything about this? Oh, it's Blumhouse. Okay. What else do we know? It's slated for 2026. Oh my God. So it's a couple years out. Cronin is writing and directing. It's slated for 2026, so we have a little ways to wait and complain some more as it gets closer and more things unfold. It's going to be distributed by New Line Cinema. They recently put out a different remake, or a reboot, I guess you could say, for Invisible Man, which I also enjoyed. And they did Wolfman, which is coming out very shortly next year, I think. Who knows? Wolfman looks terrible, by the way, but maybe it'll be good. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. This one interests me. I don't know. I think I'm kind of on the fence with both. I'm not outright upset about either because Anaconda definitely aged like milk. I still think it's hilariously fun to watch. The CG on the snake, just ridiculously bad, but awesome at the same time. They can definitely up the ante there. I like the concept of having a bunch of middle-aged dudes trying to rekindle their old like antics by going into the swamps and trying to make a home video. And they're trying to make a home video. And I believe they're trying to make a home video. Of course, shit's going to happen real quickly and they're going to be dealing with a giant snake. That's a good premise. R-rated, crass humor, giant snake. Sold. Good stuff. Maybe J-Lo can make an appearance. She still looks like she's 30. It's insane. It's all those broken hearts. She feasts off the bones of her victims. Much like an anaconda. Maybe Jennifer Lopez will be the snake. It turns out Jennifer Lopez was the snake all along. All right, well, those are my 2 cents on both of these reboots. I think we're getting closer to something that's more respectable when it comes to remaking movies or redoing them outright. Take something that was famously not very liked by critics, such as Anaconda, or take something that was recently destroyed, like the Tom Cruise Mummy, and shake it up again. Give it another go. As opposed to taking something beloved, like The Lion King animated film, and then turning it into a live action abomination along with the rest of the Disney catalog. This is something I'm going to be complaining up a storm about, as we do online, in the next video. So think about subscribing to the channel, Adam Does Movies. I post content every single week, pretty much every day at this point. It's almost pathetic. Like the video if you, in fact, like the video, and leave a comment about your thoughts on both, either, none, nor of these films. Some of that didn't make any sense, but we're going to keep going. All right, hopefully I see you next time. Happy holidays. Be safe out there. Never know when an anaconda is going to strike. Or Jennifer Lopez. All right, one in the Dennis Hopper. Where is my StreamYard? Oh, there it is. There she is. Anaconda. Anaconda. Oh, I like that. I'm taking that. Hank Hill. Oh no, Rob K asked where are the banners at? There was banners. There was banners. Look at, there's a banner here. God damn it. Look at more remakes. Oh my God. Who is this? This is a bot. They are putting the mRNA COVID vax in your food. You need to do this right now. It's a bot. Rumble. It's just embarrassing over there. You guys got to fix your shit. You got to fix your I don't know what's happening. The thing is, one of the admins that works there is really cool and he's really nice and he always pushes out my stuff, but it's kind of a train wreck as far as the comments and just the overall echo chamber over there, I suppose you could say. But I appreciate your real ones. I appreciate the real ones on Rumble that are watching and aren't bots or crazy conspiracy nuts. All right, let's go to the next thing since I butchered the banner there, the Bruce banner. No super chats. This just before the holidays and not a single super chat when I said that I would list off my 15 Christmas movies. What a sad state of affairs, but we're going to keep going. We have Carry On My Wayward Son. Don't you cry no. That was a little bit of a Jack Black. Skirty reader. Landon Zilla. Landon, I believe a friend of my kids, says, hi, Adam. And he asks, how are you, man? I'm good, Landon. Thank you for jumping in the chat. And Superman says, Adam does movies. What is up, bro? Well, we're doing a live show, bro. That's what's up. Thank you for shouting out. All right, we got a banner up. Let's talk about Carry On. Let me bring up IMDb. So don't screw the pooch too bad. Why did it? Oh, Carrie just brought me to the Carrie movie. Carry On. There we go. Not to be confused with Carrie. Not to be confused with Carrie. There's 3 or 4 of those as well. All right. Ethan Kopech has it all. The wife, the kid on the way, the job at TSA where he's hoping for a promotion, and a mysterious passenger who just blackmailed the crap out of him to push a bag through the TSA security so that they can put it on a plane and possibly kill everyone on board. It was kind of there. What do you call the scanner? The X-ray machine? What's the TSA machine called? What is the TSA X-ray machine called? Backscatter. Backscatter? I think they did say that in the movie. That'll make me sound really smart. Now I don't even know where to go with it. Should we start it over? Ethan Kopech seemingly has it all. The job at the TSA, the wife. No, she's not a wife. Ethan Kopech has some of it all. The girlfriend, the baby on the way, the cushy job at the TSA. It's not really cushy. He hasn't had a promotion in 3 years and kind of wanted to be a cop all along. Let's move past that to the bulk of what this film's about. A mysterious passenger arises and starts to blackmail the crap out of the poor guy, saying that if he doesn't play along with the scheme that's about to unfold in the next hour and 50 minutes, there's going to be hell to pay. And that hell comes in the form of a dead girlfriend and By association, a dead child. Let's talk about Carry On. It's a Netflix exclusive. You know what that means. Oh, God, it's a Netflix exclusive. You know, it's been a tough year for the old streamers. They've been nothing short of absolute dogpile shit. Dogpile shit. You know, it's been nothing short of terrible for the streamers, the exclusives that come onto these Peacocks, these Amazon Primes, these Netflix, Apple Plus, Disney Plus, everything, all of them. They've all been almost totally shit. But Carry On actually had potential going in, short for potential. And I have to tell you, after sifting through all the dirt and muck and mud and crud and garbage this year, finally a movie is at least competently made. And I'm talking about Carry On. It was a watchable film from beginning to end. I didn't have to fast forward it one time. It's a Christmas miracle. Oh, that's not really a Christmas song. What's a Christmas song? A couple of weeks ago, I was singing, "It's beginning to look a lot like shit, miss." But now, I might think, but now less so. Now there's no cold in the stocking. There's actually a decent plot and a storyline that feels akin to something I saw in the 80s and 90s. Before I check in my bags, if you wouldn't mind checking that subscribe button really quickly. Wow, that was a stretch. And even hitting the notification bell. That way future versions of myself show up in your feed, and that would be a present for everyone under the tree, and I would appreciate it. All right, if you like films like Speed, if you like movies like Die Hard with a Vengeance, if you love a good old-fashioned Negotiator, they're all better than Carry On, but Carry On at least has a little bit of that style to it. All right, what's Jason Bateman, yeah. Beloved guy that's a beloved straight man comedian. Beloved straight man comedian Jason Bateman plays a villain here. And wouldn't you know it, it kind of works. It kind of works a lot. Although I kept hearing Arrested Development Michael when he talked, but that's a personal problem. He's actually pretty sweet in this role. And most of the time you see him, and most of the time you hear and don't, and most of the time you hear him and not see him, because he's going to be talking through a little earpiece that our boy Taron Egerton's going to have to pop in the ear. He has taken for the, okay. This movie has every trope we've seen a million times. Egerton is kind of a chips are down guy, but he's a goody two-shoes, salted the earth, blue-collar worker who loves his girlfriend more than anything, and was just in, and he just told his fellow workers that he's God damn it. And he just told his fellow workers that she's got a bun in the oven. He's going to be a papa. And he's serious about this. Yes, he failed out of Police Squad, or whatever the fuck is called, Police Squad. What's it called when you try to apply to be a cop again? What's that? What's the term? What's it called? It's like an exam when you try out to be a cop. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's not what I'm looking for. Guys, someone help me out. What is it called? It's like such a stupid term. We want to hear your rant on Mufasa. Come on, it's not even a remake. I'm going to rant on Mufasa without even seeing it. I don't know. You know, when you take the little test, the written part of the police thing. Oh my God, it's such a basic thing. What is the cop exam called? There, P-O-S-T? No. No. Okay, whatever. We're gonna push past it because I can't think of the word at all. And I don't even know where to go from here. He tried to be a police officer, but he failed one time. And then, I guess he's one of those guys when the chips are down, you fold, sort of a thing. When you fall, you don't get back up. You just hang up the hat and you become a TSA officer, as all TSA employees are. They're all just failed cops at the end of the day. No, not really. But he is taking it serious. And he went to his boss, Hank, from Breaking Bad. It was nice to see him again. And he said, "Sir, listen, I really want to try to do something more with my job, with my life. Can you give me a shot? One opportunity, Eminem. Just make it happen." And so he does. He lets him run. And I forgot the name of it again. The backscatter. And so he lets him be in charge of the backscatter on Christmas, which is a bold, I don't know if it's actually Christmas. Yeah, on Christmas, or at least Christmas weekend, which seems a little bit reckless, but he's going to go for it. He's like, this kid's got something. Let's see if he's worth his salt on one of our busiest weekends of the year. And so he's running the stuff through the system. He's checking the scans out. Well, this is when our bad guy's going to show up, and he's going to leave a little earpiece in one of the little top, and he's going to leave an earpiece in one of the little totes. Ethan takes it out. He gets a message on his phone that says, "Pop this bad boy in or we're going to kill your girlfriend." They were banking on him liking her. What if he was just like, do it. Do it. Here's the address. I can tell you where she's at right now, bitch. No, he likes her. He's going to play along with this. So for a good half of this movie, we have sweet nothings being whispered into his ear as he's trying to play ball, but also diffuse the situation, because obviously he doesn't know what's in this mystery bag that's going to come through. He doesn't know what's in this mystery bag that's going to go through, and he's concerned that a lot of people are going to die if he lets it actually transpire. Meanwhile, Elena Cole is a Meanwhile, Detective Elena Cole is on the job. She's going to determine what's going on behind the scenes, because there was a recent explosion at a greenhouse lab, and she's going to figure out what the hell caused it, or better yet, who caused it. And it's a good thing for Ethan too, because this woman is a strong female lead. And for a Netflix exclusive streamer, it's about time. Actually, Elena is not perfect. She's a texter while she drives. One of the worst types of people on this planet. She should be killed on the spot. But no, she's gonna just get to do whatever she wants to do, I guess. Jason Bateman is the star here. I actually found Taron Egerton to be kind of annoying. A lot of a wimp. I know he's put in a precarious situation, not a lot he can do, but the guy's just kind of annoying to me. I did enjoy this movie, though. This is easily one of the best streamers I saw all year. I thought The Traveler, aka Jason Bateman, stole this movie, though, just by being a more straight man version of himself, who already is kind of the guy that points out all the stupid stuff happening in the room. Giving him that power dynamic over Ethan, it was a wise choice. It was good casting. This movie does have some implausible moments. It's got some silly stuff, but listen, I like Die Hard 1 through 4. So obviously I'm willing to let a lot of shit slide. When I see John McClane on top of an F-14 or what is that thing? Is it an F-14? I gotta have it right. John McClane rides on a F. What is the plane? They just say fighter jet. We'll go with that. When I see John McClane riding on top of a fighter jet and let that go, obviously, I'm not looking for total realism in my films. As long as there's some good stakes, though, as long as there's some good intense moments, as long as the movie's running at a good pace, I'm in. I'm all in. And this does. I say the weakest part of it is the music. The soundtrack is almost non existent, or it's just kind of lulling me through, which is a bit of a shame. Had we had something more like a Speed or a Die Hard, you know, that scan, ten, 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 that really gets the blood pumping. That's missing for sure here. But I think it's because Netflix is too cheap to get composers anymore. It's all just AI driven bots and algorithms and garbage. Another thing that really stuck out like a sore makeup was Ethan's girlfriend Nora. Everybody in this movie, obviously all actors have makeup on. You know, they're done up to look how they're supposed to look. But Nora has the makeup of 6 different people spackled onto her face at once. It's aggressive, and she stands out compared to everyone else in this film. You see people. Whoa, Nora, what are you? It was so much makeup. It took me out. She came off as an influencer and not someone you would see on the streets. Now, this isn't an action-packed movie like a Die Hard or even a Negotiator, which, again, both movies much better than this. But it does have a few action moments, one of which is pretty awesome in a ridiculous way, where we see a car chase, cameras kind of flying around the car. It felt like one of those rides you would go on at Disney or Universal, where it's the 3D screens around you and the thing's just moving. That's exactly how it played out. Didn't look very real, but it was also awesome at the same time. Other than that, yeah, this is more of a grounded movie with a lot of dialogue and a lot of kind of clever antics that take place. It does definitely miss a step in the final act. I found myself getting a little bit, okay, we can wrap this up, but I still at least was able to finish the damn movie. And for a streaming exclusive, that is the greatest gift one can receive and the greatest praise Netflix can get from me. Anything else? Is this actually a Netflix produced movie? Carry on. Netflix. Is this a distributor? It is Netflix. Okay. DreamWorks Pictures. We're gonna say it's Netflix because I'm sure I don't know. Okay. But yeah. It's hard for me to know often if the movie is actually created, produced, distributed by Netflix. It says distributed. Production-wise, I'm not sure if they're the ones responsible for this film. However, the cameras are usually a way I can decide. However, the cameras, the way it's filmed, is usually an indicator. And I have to say, Carry On, if it's using those crappy 8K high super res cameras, they're doing it right. Because although this does have a very digital polish to it, there is some cinematography here. There does feel like there's some genuine effort put in, and the cameras have been modified or at least utilized in a good way, where I'm not having my eyes bleed out from how over digitally and overproduced everything looks. So that's another bonus. Yeah, a decent movie, Carry On. I think you'd have a good time watching it. It's kind of a throwaway film. You'll probably never really think about it again, but decent performance, but good performances, some good filming. Yeah, I don't know what else. That's a win. That's a win for a streamer. Let me know your thoughts, though. Please comment below, like the video, and subscribe if you haven't. I post movie reviews, commentary, live streams, news reactions every single day almost at this point. Would love to have you stick around. All right. Hopefully I see you next time. Hopefully I check you out next time, like a TSA person. I'm weird. All right. Done with that. We can move on to the next topic. Mm. We got one super chat in, which is nice. From the Wanderer for $4.99. Maybe it's a super sticker or something. I can't see if it's anything other than just a empty space. We got Red in the thumbnail. Got is that Red? Is that the villain from RoboCop? I always forget his name. But I'd buy that for $1. Let's see if I can do a little song for you. Not gonna see this shitty Mufasa film. I'm so sick of these live action reboots. Hey, yeah. It's beautiful stuff. Yeah, I'm not gonna go to Mufasa, and I felt it was my duty as a middle-aged man on YouTube to complain about not going to a movie I don't want to see, because damn it, that's my right. Let's talk about Mufasa, why I won't go, and why I am so entirely sick of this live action crappy remake trend that Disney has started and now DreamWorks is piggybacking off of. Oh, I can't wait in 2030 when I see a live action Minion movie. That won't scare the living fuck out of me. Kill me. Oh, we already have a Lilo and Stitch one coming out. That should be fun for no one. Actually, to be fair, the trailers are okay. The teasers are okay for that. If they can do something different than what I've already seen, maybe. But no, I don't need to give them a maybe. I don't need to give them a pass. Disney has proven time and time again that they do not care about the audience. It's only about their bottom dollar and how they can turn a quick buck. And yes, these movies are expensive to make, of course, but they're saving a lot of money when it comes to the writing, when it comes to the storyboarding that are oftentimes just shot for shot. Look at Little Mermaid, look at Beauty and the Beast. It's the same movie. They tweak a thing, they swap a gender, they swap a race. Sure, yeah, that makes it different. No, it doesn't. That's the laziest shit you can do. All right, we got a new Little Mermaid movie. I'm thinking same thing, same exact film, top to bottom. Maybe we toss in one more song for the suckers. Ariel's black, of course. Flounder. I'm sorry. What was that last thing you said? Oh yeah, we'll toss in another song. Yeah. No. After that, what about Ariel? Well, she's black now. We have to do something to separate us from the animated one, because then it looks like we have a new thing to bring to the table. You know, she's not white, she's black. It's a different movie now. We're thinking progressively here, right? It's different. It's a different film. All right, Lion King's gonna be up next. Same exact movie, but it's live action. It's gonna be like National Geographic, so none of their faces will have any personality at all. We use different voice actors. Jeremy Irons, he's gone. Jeremy Irons, bye, Jeremy. Instead, we're gonna get some generic sounding gruff voice. We're going to strip away all the things that made the original so fun. The color, the vibrance, the super gay Scar, the flamboyancy, which is my favorite. Scar is one of the best characters in Disney, as far as I'm concerned. And he's a big winner, too. He actually ran Pride Rock into the ground for many years. So a little tip of the hat to Scar, fictitiously, of course. So yeah, we have a Mufasa prequel. Yay! Thank you, Disney. Thank you. Wow. Something creative and new. based off of something that wasn't creative and new and sucked ass the first time around. Why would I want to reward this? I had planned a double feature. I was going to go to Sonic 3, which I knew would be entirely fine, and it was. And then I was going to see Mufasa. And then I saw that Mufasa was like 2 hours long. And I reflected on how absolutely awful the last Lion King movie was. That was live action. Keep in mind, the animated Lion King is celebrated up and down. It's Hamlet in animal form. It's a brilliant film. Hamlet doesn't need a sequel. Certainly doesn't need a prequel. All right? Neither does this new crap. So why the fuck would I go? I thought the last one was miserable. It ruined everything that I loved about the last one. But it made $1.6 billion or something. So of course, Disney's going to make another one. I see that this one's already under-delivering at the box office because nostalgia is a hell of a drug. And now that people got their fix, their next hit isn't going to be the same because they don't know these new songs. They don't really know the Mufasa story or really think they need one, but they had to do it. They'd be stupid if they didn't. Why would Disney leave all that precious gold on the table? You know? You got to make more gold. And the only way they know how now, the only safe way to do it is to just do the same thing. And so that's what they did. Couldn't have gotten an animated sequel to The Lion King? Nah. I mean, they made a couple shout-out DVD sequels, Lion King, whatever, 2.5 or 1 1/3 or whatever that thing was called. But that's not the same thing. It's not the same. I mean, maybe it is at this point. Maybe theatrical releases should be treated kind of like those bottom of the barrel bargain bin releases that they used to do, because it seems like there's just nothing put into these anymore except for how can we make the most money possible. And that's what pisses me off the most about Mufasa. It's not done for the right reasons. It's done for financial reasons only. And I've said this time and time again because there will undoubtedly be some fucktard in the comments that will go, it's a business, Adam. Their job is to make money. Okay? That's what they're done. They make money. No shit. But did you know you can do a little bit of both? Did you know that the reason the Pixars exist and the Illuminations exist is because they had to first build up a quality brand, a brand that people can trust, a brand that people can rely on, and a brand that is known for specific things. In Disney's case, it was creating original stories. Stories oftentimes based on fairy tales, twisted, turned, switched, rotated a little bit. But that was the idea. New stories all the time. Aladdin, Jungle Book, Big Hero 6, Tangled, Frozen, Moana. Now we have a live-action Moana. We have a live-action Frozen on the way. We have a live-action Tangled on the way. We had a live-action Bambi that no one watched. We had a live-action Pinocchio that no one watched. We had live-action Cinderella that people pretend was good, but I don't think it was very good either. Certainly wasn't better than the freaking animated one. Everybody's always like, well, the Jungle Book was good. The Jungle Book was good. Well, yeah, okay, great. 1. You got 1 out of like 50. Congratulations, dipshit. You played yourself. I like the Jungle Book live action. That doesn't give him a free pass. And spoiler alert, the live action Jungle Book is more in line with The Lion King than it is with the movie it was pretending to be. That Jungle Book live action is nothing like the original. That's why it worked. What's next? Finding Nemo? We're going to do a live action Finding Nemo where it's just a fish? It's just a fish in the ocean? Like a real, it's like a crappie. It's like a sunfish. I guess it could be a clownfish. That is a real type of fish. No, we're not laughing. We're not having fun here. We're mad. We're angry about this still. I just guess what really chaps my penis is that I still, in my heart of hearts, I'm a Disney fan, a Disney stan. And they still come out with things that I enjoy. And I still want to go back to their garbage theme park that hasn't been updated near enough and is just a miserable experience for most people time and time again. It costs a ridiculous amount of money. Like most, we still want to hang on to that freaking Disney Mickey Mouse cheese nostalgia. We still want one last hit of cheese from the Mouse King. Oh, here's some cheese, Adam. That's all you get, motherfucker. Now we're going to take this cheese and we're going to rip it up and we're going to make more cheese out of the same ripped up cheese. It's not going to be as good, but it's still going to smell. I lost the analogy at some point there, but my point is this. That Disney's gone, and what's in its place is just the corporate overlords, the corporate monster that just acquires, 20th Century Fox, Home Alone, let me take this too, and they just make the same crap over and over again, and we need to make a stand. Little known fact, I'm one of the only people in the world that didn't see The Last Lion King in theaters, the live action one. I saw the animated one in theaters, and I watched it when it was home on streaming. That's how much I did not want that movie to exist. And typically, I will bite the bullet because this is a movie review channel, and I like to cover all the big releases regardless of my own personal thoughts. I still try to go in with an open mind and an open set of legs. And this time I couldn't do it. I just can't do it. And that's probably going to happen more often than not with these live action things. I'm at a point where I have to weigh what's better for my mental health. Is it going to a couple movies in a row that I know I know I'm going to hate because The Lion King looked terrible to me. The animation was terrible to me. Sure, it's a beautiful wallpaper for a lot, but to me, it's soulless. It's empty. And Mufasa's the same style again. No, not going to happen. I can safely say, here's the Mufasa review without even seeing the film. You ready for it? Here it comes. Mufasa is a movie that does not need to exist, but it does because the last one made a ton of money. So you go where the market says. And the market said, make more Lion Kings, even though I don't think they heard the market correctly. I think it's make more movies that we know and love because we love nostalgia. The movie does exist, though. It does some things better than the last one. It's an original story about Mufasa and how he rose to Pride Rock and was able to bring a nation of animals to their knees in celebratory fashion to worship the Lion King. And how Scar felt betrayed and angry with his brother, and how he vowed revenge. And that revenge would come in the form of eventually betraying him, letting him die in a stampede, and telling his son that he was responsible for the death. It was the perfect plan. It just took a while to unroll. No, The Lion King prequel Mufasa, while better than its predecessor, still isn't anything worth watching. The music is fine. There's a couple standout performances here and there. The visuals, while not as great or as capturing as the animated film, managed to be a little bit more colorful and lively this time. They took some of the criticisms and they brought them to heart. And they fixed what was kind of broken before, but not fully repaired. That's the Mufasa movie. Definitely don't watch it until it's out on Disney Plus, and you only put it on because you hate yourself as much as I do, who saw the movie in theaters. How to Train Your Dragon. It's getting a live action movie. I talked about it. Looks like shit. The little teaser that I saw. A lot of shots lifted straight from the CG animated film. Beloved classics. The trilogy's great. It's one of the better trilogies out there for families. No, they're making that live action, so look for that trilogy down the road. What's next? Kung Fu Panda? Am I gonna get to see Po in all of his horrific glory? Still voiced by Jack Black in his 70s. That'll be miserable. Maybe Trolls gets live actioned. Anna Kendrick throws on a little top hat hair thing. She can just run around, frolic with Justin Timberlake. This is where we're at. I made a joke before because I'm funny like that. Maybe they maybe when they're done remaking all the animated films into live action, we just go the other way around. Animate them again. Oh, this is the Lion King. Oh no. Oh, this is the Mufasa prequel now told in animated style. Not 2D though. They'll have to do a 3D hybrid thing. 2D's dead. They'll never. Disney's not going to go back to 2D. It's a sad reality. Princess and the Frog, I noticed, hasn't had the live action remake yet. Just kind of waiting for that one to unfold. You know it's coming. It'll happen. We had Mulan. That happened. Which ones haven't they touched yet? Hercules is coming, of course. Of course, yeah. Toy Story. Can we get a Toy Story live action? Wouldn't that just be miserable? You got a friend in me. It's actually Tom Hanks, and they just painted him to look wooden. Reach for the sky. Ride like the wind. Ride like the wind, bullseye. Oh, God, my back. Oh, God damn, why am I doing this still? Disney, why are you making... Okay, I'm going. Put the gun down. Chris Evans plays Buzz Lightyear. They don't let Tim Allen do it. Oh, kill me. So I guess, long story short, I'm not a fan of the live action remakes. They're not even live action half the time. They're still animated, just in a different animated way. They should be called reanimated remakes at this point. That's truly the name of them. Remade, reanimated films, occasionally starring some dipshit actor who's in front of a green screen the whole time. That's where we're at. And all the other studios are going to follow suit because that's what they do. Disney sets the standard, the others follow. Versus DreamWorks. I mentioned Illumination in a silly way, but I'm not even joking. I would not be surprised if at some point we saw a live action Despicable Me with Steve Carell playing the character, and then the Minions would still be animated, but more lifelike animations. And then everything, Kristen Wiig is there as her character. Oh my God, I see it. Get it out of my brain. Oh! That's when you do the scanner's melting shot. Let me know what you think though of the live action remakes. Are you loving them? Are you just eating them up? Give me more Aladdins. Money, please. Give me more Beauty and the Beast. I love them all so much. Way better than the original classics. That's why when you go to a Disney theme park, it's still all the cartoon stuff. You don't see the live action anything there. It's still the old nostalgic things because little kids would rather watch the colorful stuff. It's just the stupid ass parents that think, oh, my kids aren't going to like the old Pinocchio. We better take them to this. Wait, the new Pinocchio went straight to streaming. We better watch the new crappy Pinocchio movie that's on streaming on Disney Plus. That way this kid can connect with it. It's a kid. Anything colorful and they're in. Anything. I think I've said enough. Let me know your thoughts on this whole fiasco and if it'll ever end. I'm guessing it won't. It'll never end, ever. Leave a comment down below. Please think of liking the video and subscribing. I post content every single day at this point. Movie commentary, rants, live streams, and of course reviews. And would love to have you stick around. All right. Hopefully I see you next time. Take care. Before I go on what I can only imagine will be one of the most destructive rants I've ever done, if you wouldn't mind subbing to the channel, I would really appreciate it. That keeps me sane at the end of the day. All right, I got that done. I think that's all I got for the day, fam. Oh, I didn't mean to highlight no. Oh, although LM97, I just watched The Truman Show. Good for you. Great movie. I love The Truman Show. I love most Jim Carrey movies. One super chat. What a sad night. What a sad state of affairs. I suppose everybody's saving up for the holidays, or they spent all their money and are essentially bankrupt like I am. It's the American dream over here. Nothing gets you into the Christmas spirit more than spending the money you don't have to make your miserable children hate you a little less. Subscribe. All right, I'll stick around for a few minutes and then I'm going to shut this bad boy down. I got all I needed. I got 50 minutes of footage here to comb through and dissect and edit. Stop. File, save. Because I recorded this audio separately as Friday, December 30 live stream. Just shutting everything down. Hang on a second. Favorite Jim Carrey movie, Adam? I mean, Dumb and Dumber seems to be the one I constantly quote. Dumb and Dumber is one of those things where I've seen it so many times that, it's like hearing a great song. Eventually, you've seen it. You've heard it enough. But Dumb and Dumber would be my go-to. Cable Guy's in my top 3. I love Cable Guy. Hilariously dark film in a comedic way. Ace Ventura 1, very funny. Truman Show's a dramedy, not really. Me, Myself, and Irene, I think, is criminally underrated. No one ever talks about that film, but Me, Myself, and Irene is hilarious. Probably the last funny movie by the Farley brothers. And the Farley brothers have fallen so far down, it's depressing. Adam, Booby. I love this channel. Thank you, Ellis. The Truman Show making the rounds on TikTok. So many people have recommended it to me recently. Weird. Well, Blythe, once you get anything on TikTok or any of these algorithms, or I should say any of these social media platforms, then you will just see more and more of that same thing. So if you saw a Truman Show clip or recommendation and you engaged with it by just watching it for 10 seconds, that tells the algorithm, oh, they like the Truman Show, keep feeding them more. And so then it seems like everyone's talking about the Truman Show when in fact you've just fallen into this little subgenre. I've been there. All right, I'm going to shut this down. I want to thank you guys for watching. As always, it's always a blessing when I get to go live with you, and a curse because it's a little bit scary to try to film videos live and not make mistakes like I just did. I will probably go live. What is it? The 20th? Man, Christmas is in a few days if you celebrate Christmas. I'll probably go live maybe one more time before Christmas, maybe on a Sunday night or something, and just do a last Christmas wish sort of thing. Maybe I can list off my favorite Christmas movies and ones that I think are overrated. Maybe I'll get some of the other folks to join me, kind of a last hurrah. That'll be the plan. I'll see if I can make it happen. All right. Thank you very much. Have a good night, and I'll see you real soon. Check out these videos. And Conclave is coming tomorrow.